Well, thank you very much, Vikki, and it has always been a pleasure meeting you because you're so full of enthusiasm, right? Okay, and like that comes across on these talks and everybody that you have in there. Well, yeah, my name is Pat, and I started my life as a bricklayer and as a dreamer, but most people put me down. They said, "Who do you think you are to have dreams, goals, and aspirations?" And I think that's the same with a lot of people. So I have come to the conclusion it's none of my business what other people think, and I've always followed my dreams. And my father gave me a book one time, and it's about dreamers. And as I sit here now and I'm looking at my screen, I know everybody out there are dreamers. But most people dream in the dusty recess of their mind. It's a Lawrence of Arabia quote, awake in the morning to find it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day enact their dreams with open eyes and make them a reality. And my grandmother always pumped into me when I was a young lad, if you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. So I got out of my 6x6 box room and I went on a journey of life. Now I'm fascinated with people. I have lived with over 40 different tribes of people, trying to figure out what it is that has driven you and I, since the evolution of our species, to be the best that we can be in no matter what we are. And it's the resilience. I think about the fact of when we came out of our mother's womb and we came out, we took our first breath. We became an explorer in what was one of the greatest journeys, of all kinds. And we became an explorer in our own life. And that's indeed what I love, exploring. I've lived with over 32 tribes of people now all around the world. And what's fascinating, black, whatever color, whatever creed you are. And I have friends in all of those worldly places, like from right around the world, from Antarctica, like all across the 7 continents. And you know what I found? We are the same. We are the same, because if you prick us, we will hurt. If you cut us, we will bleed. And then you take the fact, right, okay, that now, during the crises that we have, sometimes they are very good, because what it does, it brings us together in unity. And it's a great story that was given to me when I tried to take my own life at 29 years of age, because I had lost self-esteem. And I was just about to go into the river when I seen the picture of my 2 boys' faces, and I pulled back from the brink. And if I had taken my life, and lots of people now I know are going through hard times, there's lots of people like maybe suffering from depression and lots of other issues. There's not one person in the world that haven't had hard times. But I never forget a story my mother gave me back then. And this is what I think is happening in the world today. 8 Special Olympians trained for 4 years to win gold, silver, and bronze. And as they were at the starting blocks, the gun went off, bang. And as they took off, the last little girl fell flat on her face. And the whole auditorium stood up. And I went, oh my God. But what happened? The second last little girl stopped. And what did she do? She went back and she caught the girl and she lifted her up. And everyone, oh my God. And they were crying. Then the other 6 girls turned back and they linked hands. And they all came across the winning line together. Well, in the past, that's what we lost. Our ability to come together, to come across that winning line. And now I see this more so than ever, that the divisiveness is going within the world. The wars have stopped. And in actual fact, the crises that we go through in our life, including this COVID, could help us unite and actually have empathy for other people. And that's what I find is now happening. But there is a lot of people that feel very sad. And you know what? Even as an inspirational speaker, it is okay to not be okay. And I just want to say that to people. It is okay not to be okay. But it is not okay to be not okay for too long, because that affects our mind and it affects our mental health. And I was given attributes to help me during the tough times of which I wanted to go through it, and I want to give to you. But what I want to do first is ask you, because everyone around the world, no matter who they are, wants something. Like, they also have a what's next. For me, it is to become the best grandfather that I can be, because I wasn't the best father. And I know I have a certain amount of time left, and my thing in life is to help others to reach their full potential. But my mother gave me this, and it's about want. And it's about getting something right, okay? Whatever you want to get in your mind now. And these are the attributes that helps in resilience to get, out of where we are. And I want you to think about what you want. So here's the quotes my mother gave me. If you want something bad enough, you must go out and fight for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If your life seems so lonely and useless without it, but all that you do is you dream and your plan is about it. If gladly you fret for it, but then you sweat for it, but then you go for it. But you go for it with all of your capacity, your strength and tenacity. If you simply go after the things in life that you want, though tired, gaunt and lonely, and if day after day you besiege and beset it, you too will get it. And all I want to say is, what an amazing time. People are coming together. We're fighting one enemy, and it is actually letting us all come together. Blacks, whites, cultures, creeds, all the different religions now are like that. We're coming across that winning line together. And we need, and if people need help, then you should ask for it. So, to me, I have a firm belief that we are amazing. Every single person, every single child is extraordinary. And you know what? If you think about it, it is okay not to be okay. It is also a fact that we have the power. If I can ask you to do something, think about what you want. And this is an affirmation. What I want you to do is to hold your fist tight. And no matter when you're down, I want you to look at yourself straight in the eye. And I want you to say, and you can say it from inside and roar it out, I have the power. I have the power. I have the power. And let me assure you that you and you only have the power, not anybody else. So if you believe you have the power, we can get through no matter what crises that we have on planet Earth. We are an amazing species as human. On that note, I think, Vikki, my time is up. And what I would like to do is to say namaste. And I wish you all a happy life.